I think we have about like 12, 13 different companies together.
Throughout the years of building a lot of different businesses, we were doing branding agencies, we were doing event companies, we were doing even companies like printing.
Yeah, below the line.
Yeah, below the line advertising.
Below the line, yeah. Everything. We covered almost everything in the advertising field.
Correct. So during that time, after that, what really got my interest was I started investing in properties. A lot of my friends started investing in properties, so suddenly I took a big interest in it. I attended every single class there was and tried to do a lot of reading and try to learn as much as possible from there. So from there, I started investing in properties as well. And then I realized that shit, it sounds so nice, everyone is teaching you all the great things, which is the first part of the equation. How do you spot a good buy? But really, there's nobody telling you or even teaching you, there are no articles out there tell you about the second part of the equation. What do you do with your properties after you get your keys? So for me, myself personally, I found that was the biggest challenge I had when it comes to property investment. I was very, very happy. The minute I get my keys, right, that joy turns into this super stressful thing because I had to figure out what to do with the property, how much I should spend. Most importantly, I spent a lot of time and a lot of weekends visiting furniture shops just to figure out, buy one by one, buy things. And I realized that even condos, right, you have to be there during office hours. Office hours you have to work. So I think that was one of the biggest challenges we had.
I still remember him in the office really going through all the codes and telling, why is it so expensive? Why can't we do it ourselves? And then in the end we can't do it because we are doing our work. We're in the event industry. So every weekend is our work time. So there's not really a lot of time for us to actually go to the unit and do it ourselves. And also timing. When we started investing that time, it was really good. So the market was going up like crazy and whatever we picked was okay lah. But after when it slowed down, we did not stop buying. And then suddenly we felt, hey, oh no, now we can't flip it anymore. So what are we going to do with it? And then comes the rental part lah. And then we found it so difficult to rent, from choosing your tenant, from choosing the right furniture and getting everything all done. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a lot of things. It's very draining. Plus, events, it's crazy.
And I also realized that there are a lot of different, very contradicting advice to a lot of property owners, especially if you want to rent out, right? It's very contradicting. Some will tell you that you shouldn't even furnish it. Some will tell you that you should do it up. Very nice. Some will tell you that you just go IKEA and buy some things and then get it over and done with. But most importantly, then suddenly you realize that there's really not much information being shared outside there. And there's no one actually teaching you how to do all this. And you realize that even the people giving you such advice, they may not actually know what's best because it's all based on gut feeling. It is all based on just market perception. And it's not based on facts or even past trends or historical records. I bought Regalia, one of the first small 500 square feet unit. My installment was around 2,000 plus, and at that time I cannot afford. Actually, I buy property, I cannot afford to pay installment. So I need rental to actually pay for the property. And a lot of people tell me that the place can only rent out 1,700, 1,800. Which I totally did not believe at all, because if you really study options out there, right, the closest competitor was around 2,000 plus. I just refused to believe that people was telling me that you can rent 1,000. So what I did was, instead of listening to the advice of just simply furnishing it, I actually put a lot of effort. I spent a lot of weekends after work just hunting for the right stuff to do it up nicely. But yet I didn't have a lot of budget to do it nicely, so I really focused on really important things. So after I did it up, my first unit, I rented out 2004, which suddenly everyone was like, wow, I can rent out so high one. I think that's the thing that people don't understand, is at the end of the day, purchases, especially when tenants, they are choosing a property to rent, right? It's emotional. That's the most important thing. And then they use logic to justify. This is number one. Number two is also about supply and demand. When supply is very limited when it comes to nicely done up units, that's when emotions come in. That's when you get to fetch a higher price, because people are just emotional human beings. A lot of people talk about having a gap in the market. Yes, there may be a lot of gaps in the market, which I do believe. And the second question that we must really ask is there a market in the gap? Is that gap, right, is is it a big enough problem that you're trying to solve? I think these two questions must be answered. Whatever they tell you about entrepreneurship, right, how hard it is, right, is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Perseverance. Yeah.
Few important learning is that number one, we didn't differentiate ourselves previously. Just because I know how to cook a very good plate of mee goreng, I decided to open a restaurant. I mean, the content and the product itself is not enough. You need to be able to solve a bigger problem than just that. And a lot of people start businesses based on what they can do. And we realize that actually what you can do is not as important as what problem the organization is really trying to solve. Perseverance, grit is the most important thing. You will fail one. Confirm, I guarantee you, whatever you're trying to do, right, you will fail. And then after that, you get over it and then you try something new and thinking that it will work, but then the truth is it will not work and you will fail again. And a lot of people fail already, right? Then they get so, they get demotivated, they get so sad. But that is the strength of small SMEs and that is the strength of startups. You are allowed to fail. When you call yourself a startup and you're trying something very, very new, people's expectation, even the market, right, is also a bit understanding that you're trying new things, you're testing things out, you're just trying to make it work with the use of technology, with the use of all the new things that's coming into the industry, you're testing it and the market knows. But what they really want is they hope that you are honest to them, transparent with them, and you do your utmost best to protect their interests. And that is the most important thing that they want. So in order to develop businesses, I think you need to really go back to basics. Be human.
Yeah, and of course you need a lot of people around you to help you. This journey is not on your own, not alone. You can't do it alone. So spend a bit more time on building a good culture, a good office, a good setup. That will help a lot.